Quick mic check. Hello, hello. Hello. Okay. That's it now, I think. Hello, Richard. Alright guys, hello! We are live! I will say this, I've attempted to do live streaming before. Let me know if the audio is still too loud in the background because I can't hear it really good. Also the chat has a crazy delay, so that's a thing. Yeah, we're just gonna try and do this. I've been meaning to do a live stream just to make music. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe no one tunes in. We've already got our man Richard in the chat. Talking a little bit about Eindbaas. And yeah, for anyone else who decides to join in during the stream. Or not, you know, I don't think of you of any less, don't worry. Alright, so I think I'm going to do my kick-ass transition right about now. Are you ready for this? And let me fade out the music really quick. Alright, you ready for this? Boom. There we are. That gradual transition makes me feel so cool for some reason. Okay. So, this is Famitracker. And for anyone who's not familiar with Famitracker, it is a piece of software that is used to create NES music. And it can sound something like this. Of course, I had the sound set off in the mixer. This is new for me, guys. Bear with me. All right, now it should make sound. So that's it. Oh man, we got Jakim. Jakim in the chat. Jakim, you're the demo scener, Jakim? I think I heard your latest track. I can't click on your channel. I can't verify who you are. but welcome anyways. All right. So I don't really have a plan for the stream aside from, hey, I've not made NES music for a really long time. So why not do that? And I was going through demos last night and I found this specific demo that had a expansion chip called the FDS sound chip. Now, I've never worked with this chip before, and I've recently been doing a series where I try to learn a synthesizer on video, and it's been a lot of fun trying to learn new tools. So, seeing as I've never tried to use this expansion chip before, I thought it might be interesting to, you know, give it a try. Man, it is Jakim. Jakim, your latest track that I think you released it on The Crunch. It was amazing, man. It was such a good track. Really, really sick. All right. Do I actually have chat? Yeah, I have chat up in screen. Oh, do I feel fancy today? Okay, so let's check out a couple of these waveforms. So this already sounds way different than, for example, the pulse channels. For anyone who doesn't know, the NES has 2 pulse channels that are create pulse waves. You have a triangle channel that creates triangle waveforms, and you have a noise channel, which you probably can guess what that does. It creates noise, and lots of it. This channel was a bit of a mystery when I started out. It's called the DPCM channel, and it actually has sample playback. So you can load in certain samples from different games. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The sounds also get a pretty good crunch. Let me check off screen really quick if I have this sample folder loaded up properly. I don't think I do. Man, I remember now that I've not booted up Famitracker in forever. It's been really, really long, but I'm really excited to get back to it. Okay, so you're not seeing it because for some reason the stream... Well, I have it set to one window. Basically, I have a folder open, and it has a lot of samples from old video games. And there's bound to be a couple of samples that you will notice. Like, for example, those would be the samples from Super Mario Brothers 3, but we're not using those. Actually, I'm completely like empty out of my mind on what to make. And like I said, I haven't made NES music in a very long time. I'm planning for the stream to go on for about an hour. So planning to stream until 10. And hope to, yeah, I'm not necessarily looking to make a complete song, but maybe like a demo or whatever. Let's try and make something in the FDS channel. Actually, I don't know what the limitations on this are. Do we have like full volume control? Quickly check that. All right, cool. So some of the expansion chips don't allow for really tight volume control. So this is a good sign. I don't know if you want to use that sine wave, but we'll see. Also, my keyboard broke, and I'm currently working on a keyboard that doesn't have a numpad and that doesn't have F keys, which is a big hassle when you are working with Famitracker. I tried to rearrange the key shortcuts so it would be, for example, I think I actually forgot. Oh, right, that didn't work. I wanted to set it up in the way that Modblock Tracker had, where you press Control and then A or Q to up the note, and Control Shift and A and Q ups or downs the octave. But our workflow is going to be a bit slowed down because of that, so bear with me. All right, so let's see what we can do. Boring. We can loop that. I'm going to try and emphasize speed during this live stream. Using the A command, which should fade the notes out. But of course, we have to re-trigger or reset the volume every note. Actually set it a bit softer as well. By the way, how's the audio, guys? Is it good? Let me know in the chat if anything needs editing and if Famitracker might need to be boosted a little, but like I said, I have no idea. I don't know how well it's sounding on the screen right now. Okay. Like a little King's theme video game. Words. Let's try and play around with this waveform while we loop this. And by doing that, I just got rid of the interesting waveform that we had. Was it something like this? Oh, that's actually pretty close. So it was sort of a variation on a sine wave. So since I've not used this before, I probably won't really get into... Well, let's try and mess around with it actually while we're at it. Like I said, I've never tried these things out. Set it to rate to 15. Yeah, I'm not hearing any difference. I'm probably using this wrong. Oh, that's fine. We don't need that. Oh, we can actually set volume envelopes in here as well. Not really feeling the need to do that. We can just keep open notes and work with that. Cool. All right, so maybe try and get a bass line going. Make those notes way shorter. That's actually sounding pretty fun. Let's make this a slower song, more video gamey inspired, since, well, you know, you probably like video games. What does this sound like? Cool. So what could we do in terms of melody with... I think we might add some arpeggios just to try and get more of a sense of, like, compositionally where we want to go. So what was arpeggios again? Was that just... Oh. Oh my lord. Okay. So... Oh, right. We can't... Up that an octave. Working with higher melodies now. Yeah, it's... Famitracker I'd probably recommend as the easiest as well of trackers to get into. Like, I'm a big fan of LSDJ, but Famitracker, I don't know. Just the fact that you have a full keyboard in front of you, you have to get used to learning the keys and stuff and what they indicate or what they play, because you pretty much have like a melodic keyboard with the ooh, excuse me. You have a melodic keyboard laid out in front of you, but you have to know where the notes go. So you have like all your major notes from Z to M, and then your minor notes from A to L, and it just takes a bit of getting used to. But it's fun, you know. It's fun to when you finally get into the process and feel like you're doing better. Let's make these arpeggios a bit shorter, and they're pretty boring. Let's see. Ooh. See, these chords are also very like tame for chiptune. Like everyone knows, like if you just want to have a good chord with arpeggios, you go for 0, 3, 7 or 0, 4, 7. It's like the simplest you can go for. But let's try and be a little edgy. Ooh. That might just give us like that bit of edge to just make it interesting. Might not be. I might look back on this with regret, but you know, you never know until you try. Little softer as well. 8 maybe. How's everyone doing today? Are there any Dutch people in the chat that are dealing with this heavy summer weather? I'm sitting here sweating, and I'm inside, and it's actually cooling off outside now, thankfully. But it's been pretty crazy outside. I have to write some variety for that, but it'll do for now. So well, maybe some percussion. That's the easiest. I like working with percussion with a new instrument. Most of the stuff you can just do with a single instrument and just one open note, because there's so much automation you can do with the different like effect columns. But for now, we're gonna make like a really short hi-hat. Yeah, that's short. Really snare kind of sound here. Since this is all like in a compositional phase, I like getting stuff out quick so I know what I want to work towards. And the most rough patches are when you're working and nothing seems to be coming together. Whoa, are these two just like, what do you call it? Modulating together or whatever? Huh. That's interesting. The pulse channel seems to sort of changed. Oh, no, I see now. Okay. How did that happen? Oh, no, wait, I know what happened. Oh, wow. This is how long I've not used Famitracker for. So what happened was I accidentally placed that custom volume envelope on the first instrument. Like the open... why am I doing this the difficult? Copy this and we paste this. So this volume envelope here was editing all the notes here. It wasn't editing these. It's just like everyone with a note value of 1. Also, yeah. Oh, right. These were also set to really short then. So now it should be fixed. Right. That noise channel is really loud. Dare I say, really noisy. Oh man, Fingus MC in the chat. That's amazing, dude. That's so sick that you're tuning in for the live stream after all these years. Thank you for the continued support, man. Hope you're doing well. All right, so the tracker might really look difficult, but it's really what you're used to. You know, I can see people working in Logic and just not knowing what their workflow is all about. So it's all about what you're used to. That's so boring. Maybe we can make it a bit more lively with a melody or something. Take a sip of beer. Is everyone... I like to encourage people to have a beer during my stream. So is everyone having a beer? We might have some time differences that causes morning drinking. But, you know, that's just how it goes. You know, it's just Rocco told you to. Man, I miss my... Oh, we're sort of going to a, like, more Egyptian or Arabic or whatever style. That's also... We're making a lot of short notes, but... I'm feeling something. I'm getting an idea. To F. So for anyone who wants to sort of get an idea of what is going on, it's actually really easy once you know how to work with this piece of software. Basically, these are your notes that you're inputting, and this is your instrument number, which corresponds to the instruments above. Then after that, you have a bunch of effects rows. Now, I could take the time and explain you that this is an arpeggio, and this is a waveform duty cycle, and this is a fade out. But it would take me, well, I actually just did that. So guess so that should explain it. It's really easy once you know how it works. What if we turn these up an octave? I accidentally upped them half a note. Okay, there it is. Try another one. Really high. See, the notes here are clashing with this already, so I don't quite like what's happening there. We can just get rid of the FDS track entirely for now and just maybe just write a pure, what is it? 2A03 track, which is the sound chip that was on the NES. I wish I played an instrument and that I, could just play this out, but since I don't play instruments, I'm so used to sketching these melodies out in a tracker. Dum dum dum. There it is. All right, so around this part here, I want to have a variation happen in the bass line and the second pulse channel, I think. So let's see what we can make happen. This is a G currently. Can we? Let's work on that bass line first. That's the easiest. Whoops. Oh, holy crap. I did that by accident, but that actually worked really well. Let's see. Richard asks, why can you use instrument 1 on different channels? Well, so the only instrument that is allowed its own channel are the instruments that are made for the expansion chips. So in this case, instrument 00, you can see here, FDS. So that refers to the FDS expansion chip. The instruments that are labeled here are labeled the 2A03 instruments. And the 2A03 chip has all these channels. So expansion channels are basically just extra channels that you stack on top of these. So you can use any of these instruments in the different channels. However, they're going to have different effects. So if I play this instrument in a triangle, I can only get a triangle wave. If I play him in pulse, I get a pulse wave. And if I play them in noise, well, you know what that sounds like. So, hope that answers your question. If you guys have any questions along the way, I really don't care in turning this into like a let's talk about Famitracker as a piece of software. You can download it for free. If you just Google Famitracker, it'll show up. And it's really fun. I really encourage anyone that wants to get into chiptune, like try this out, watch a couple of tutorials. There's plenty of resources out there. I'm planning to make a tutorial series of my own, not for Famitracker, but for LSDJ, but that is just like in its very concept phase. So yeah, any questions you guys have, just ask them. Don't be shy. Take a quick sip of beer. All right, let's focus on this variation. Maybe, so this instrument currently is set to the default waveform. If I look at this waveform when I put in this command. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change the duty cycle of the waveform. So you'll see that it's a bit more broad when the waveform goes up. So if I change it again, it's almost like a square. It's a square-ish wave. I don't know if a square wave is the right way to refer to it, but that's what it is now. Oh, let me just unplug my phone before it over. All right. So I'm gonna have this sound, this waveform cycle play. And then from here, we can have a different waveform take over and have it play. It sort of makes like for two characters, maybe telling a story or whatever. So let's see what we should write here. I had something in my head and then I lost track of it. Also, I'm going to make the notes fade out a little less quick. Maybe, yeah, we'll stick to the F volume for now. Oh, okay. So maybe, what happens if we do? What did I have in my head? I had a complete melody in my head, and then I just lost it because I lost track of the rhythm. Nice. Okay, so we have a basic concept. I'm thinking well, it will be a waste to get rid of this entire channel starting out with wanting to use it. Maybe we can try and use it in a different way. So let's try and cycle through some more waveforms, see what we can come up with. Maybe we just have to rewrite some portions of this. What if we turn it up really loud just to see what it sounds like? I have to get some notes going in a different, well, on a different note, I guess, a different frequency. Because these notes are colliding way too much. Maybe we can make some slower, like fading in notes, because we have a lot of like short notes here. So maybe we can use this channel to create some longer notes. Try that out right now. Why does that sound so funny? So instead of making it fade out, make it slowly fade in. Oh, we'll have to tell it to start at 0. Also, oh yeah, that's actually really nice. Okay, I'm gonna probably up this octave. See how this goes. GO27 GAD is strange here. I don't quite know what that means, Shakib. Is that like a command that you use in the tracker, like an effect command? I don't know what the G command is. Right, I wanted to add some vibrato. So this is a vibrato effect. Ooh, spooky. Seems slow though. Let's up the rate a little bit. Yeah, I like where this is going. So these are 2 low octaves. Wanted to increase them, but I first wanted to write them out before I forget. Before I forget what they sound like. Click. Here we can basically sort of loop this progression of notes. Hope these fade in quick enough. So it's sort of, we went from, I don't know what we're doing, to a sort of Arab like snake charmer theme, to basically just a parody of Lavender Town. But I like it. This is fun. I can work with this. Let's see. Team says ARP at pulse 2. Oh, you mean the chord? Of course. Yeah, it's a very strange thing. I might have to edit it later. Currently, it's still making for some nice dissonance, which it might not work out in the end, but I think it makes it a nice eerie track. You know, it gives it a little bit of a spooky feel. So that might work. We might get rid of it later. If everyone hates it, just yell at me in chat. That's a good way to get interaction going, right? Piss everyone off in chat. Right, I had 2 notes lined up. Probably put them here. Oh, no, wait. This one needs to go there. There's a lot more space in between the notes than I anticipated. Whoa, what is... Oh, of course. I was wondering why these faded in so quickly, but they didn't fade in at all. I think... Yeah, this sounds good for now, I think. Do we still want to try and edit this? What I'm going to do is copy the waveform and just try out a bunch of stuff. And if we don't like it, we can always paste in back the original waveform. I hope. So let's just try out. What if we lower the octave on this? I still don't quite like how it seems to interject with... I don't know. These 2 channels are clashing too much at the moment. Okay, well that is just very scary. What the hell? If we up the attack on this a little less quick and make this notes, let's try 1 octave higher. It's already turning up way too fast here. Like, it's getting too loud. So I want to fill this part up with some alterations. So basically what this is doing, it's stopping the fading in, fading it back in, stopping the fade in, and fading it. Well, it's not like stopping it completely. It's basically just causing it to proceed from the place where it left off last. Boom. Copy the... Well, let's listen to it first. What is... Oh! I reversed the thing. I made it a fade out instead of a fade in. Did I break it? Yeah. I'll need to... I'm going to separate these because it's going to get a little cluttered. If someone is in chat that knows if it's going to add extra memory when you export it to an NSF, let me know. Like, I've always been curious about this. Like, is adding more effects channels going to impact the amount of memory that your NSF is going to demand. What a crazy sentence that was. That here. Take this, paste that here. Why not repaste it here? Well, keep it like this. Actually, copy this entire section and make it identical. There we go. Right, let me. Well, I probably don't need to. I don't think I've actually had a realization that I don't think I've ever had Famitracker crash on me, whereas LSDJ has screwed me over so many freaking times. I mean, really, like LSDJ is. This is why you don't want to get the original LSDJ cards, right? Like, there's no way to back up your saves unless you get a development kit. Anyway, we're getting off track. Do we want to create another variation? Are we feeling that ambitious? Shakim is right. This is sounding a little weird. Yeah, we need to play around with this for a bit. What if we set this to... Whoops. That one. That might be... Ooh. Yeah, if we just keep it in key... Because we play C in the bass line. Wait. Oh, okay. No, that should be fine. Maybe if we alternate... Lower? No idea if this is going to work. So this one is just going to go along with the bass line. So we could theoretically copy paste this. Whoop. Up it for half a note. Recreate the happy accident that we had earlier. Yeah, I'm actually surprised this chord works, I think. Yeah, I think this works. Well, it's a little bit soft though, so let's maybe give it a smaller fade out. Have it play a little louder. Maybe even not fade it out at all. Just manually input like the volume that it might be nice to hear. Try this out really quick. Well... Oh, if we alternate the duty cycles as well, that might... Yeah, I tend to like try and just keep momentum going, because as long as I'm working on the track, it doesn't really it doesn't really matter if I'm working on expanding on the progression and sketching out the entire the entire concept of the track that I have in my head, which I do on occasion. Like sometimes I won't focus on sound design at all until I get done with writing the composition, because I have something very specific in my head. I actually recently found out that I had a track saved that was like it was a complete track, basically. It had an entire progression like written out, but it was super rough. I might pull it out later. But for now, let's focus on this. These might be getting a little out of control here. Be a nice chord. Octave. Sound like that. have this note play here. Use the oct. That might be going a little too low. Oh, screw it. We'll see what it sounds like. All right. Which one did we have play? I think this one. Put that here. Copy this progression. It is getting really warm in here. Let me just turn on a fan, and if the fan blows into the mic and you guys are bothered by it, let me know. All right. Don't think you can hear the wind blow into the... Sure, people will let me know if you can. He's still a little too... Maybe turn them down a little bit. Since the notes are getting higher, they're more audible. Maybe turn the higher notes down a little bit. And... this. Do the rest. This set of rows from here. We're gonna be a little lazy and just duplicate this and maybe write a variation on the melody. Just to, you know, again, keep the momentum going. Oh my God, Martijn is in the chat. How are you, buddy? So it's thank you for the feedback on the fan. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Are you drinking this hot summer day? You should be. Stay hydrated, buddy. All right. So I had the idea of having at least one more note this duty cycle play here. Keep this. Yeah, so now it's gonna go like... Yeah. What do we write here? Let's see. Yeah, there's a very big delay, not only in chat, but also, like, I'm so not used to streaming that I'm going to be very slow with talking to chat, because even though chat is showing up for you in the screen right about now, I'm not seeing it in... I could probably make it a lot more easier and have it just like... Oh, that actually fucking works. Well, does it though? Let me check if I can... No. Yeah, I wanted to like keep it on the foreground, but I don't think it allows that. Okay, well, whatever. Do you need water in this weather or lavender lemonade? Lavender lemonade, man. So fancy. Yeah, lavender lemonade while making a Lavender Town parody track. That's... Gotta do it. You gotta do it. Yeah, as long as you... Please drink water or beer. I'm drinking beer. Drinking Hertog Jan, which is the only Dutch lager that matters. That's not true. But it's definitely the best of the bigger breweries. I miss my old keyboard. Oh, no, that's too fast, by the way. You need to go here. I just muted myself and burped off the air. I feel very proud of myself. I am on my way to becoming a capable adult. Oh, I can actually do this, I think. Well, that looks really ugly on stream, doesn't it? Well, we're not using that half of the screen anyway, and this way I can actually keep chat in sight at all times. So we're just gonna do this. Yeah, these arpeggios are way too loud. I'm gonna have to turn them down for a bit. We're slowing down a little, but I just want to get this done. You know, have this one play at 5 and 3/1. Alternate between this. Hope this is entertaining in some way to you guys. Like I said, I have basically zero experience live streaming, so I appreciate everyone who's taking the time to check out the stream today. I think what motivated me mostly is I was talking to Kanobit, who played the Eindbaas show that I organized on Friday, and he's actually doing really, really well with his live streaming. So I guess I felt inspired. Plus, a couple of buddies of mine are suddenly streaming Warcraft 3. So everyone's getting into streaming. Can't be left behind, man. What is happening there? Well, that's a little too slow. Oh, well, maybe we can make that, we can get away with that if we just have the notes fade out a little less quickly. No, that's way too harsh. Okay, how about 3? Hey, we have Player Awesome in the stream. Thank you so much for checking it out. And Richard, thank you for sticking. Richard was the very first one to get in here, I think. Actually, the first guy that was in here was Salty Pickle, but I don't think he's around anymore. Salty Pickle, please report if you are in the stream. This is turning out quite nice. Thank you guys for coming out. Let me just check something real quick. All right, never mind. Boom, 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 boom. So edit this segment of the melody. Oop. And I lost it. Oh man, you know, it's really refreshing to have a full keyboard with all the keys at your disposal. You just have to find them. In LSDJ, like, I always had to just cycle through all the notes, like so. Not even, like, you know, until you got to the note that you could finally find, or that you needed, rather. Oh. That's not good. What is happening? Oh, it's you, isn't it? Oh, right. Usually, oh man. Usually if you do this, you can just hit the F12 key, but I don't have my F keys. For anyone that wasn't here when I said it, I'm working with a much smaller keyboard than I'm used to. So I don't have my F keys and I don't have my numpad, which is really taking a toll on my workflow speed. So what is happening here? Bear with me with this. Well, it should be not too loud for you guys. Ah. By the way, if anyone has any questions in the chat, do feel free to ask at any moment. I'd like this to be a bit of a back and forth, you know? I'm just sitting here in my room alone, sweating. Let's like have a good time together. And if you have any suggestions for a song, thank you, Shakim, by the way, for pointing out that arpeggio, because now I was pretty much blind to it. I don't know if you guys have this, but excuse me. If you like listen to a track for too long, you start to ignore the really obviously like stuff. So oh, it's actually playing an extra note, which it shouldn't. Also make this fade out a little slower, then go back to the old playing length, and then we might try our hands at writing another variation. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I've been dreading this moment now. I recently think I learned about a you still have D note in the ARP, which is off the scale though. Do I? Where's that playing? Oh, so that's probably the 2 that is in the ARP. Well, you know, I don't mind it so much now. I feel like we're going through a deja vu here, because I remember saying the exact same thing, but yeah, it's not standing out to me as much as it was earlier. Oh, what was I saying? I recently learned about something called B sections. So basically, say you write this bit, right, that we've written here. Then you come to the B section, where you have to write a variation on what you've just written. And you're so happy with what you just wrote that you're feeling very anxious to get to that part. And I am very much feeling that now. I don't really know how to follow this up just yet. My best guess is if we just copy the percussion at the least, because that can probably still persist. And then what we'll do is we'll copy the waveform, what the hell? The triangle, and see if we can write a like interesting progression in that. Currently it was this. It's just alternating in between that. So maybe go lower, like, and have like a really long note play. These also. This is basically like that Sultan's theme from Aladdin. By the way, if you want to do FTM cooperation, feel free to email. I didn't even know you did FTM, Shakim. That's really cool. I might hit you up on that. I'm a little busy at the moment, but let me know to which demo parties you're going. We might need to meet up. There we go. Yeah, this might actually work. Of course, we'll need to make this a little more interesting. So I like adding a vibrato to the triangle just to have it like a bit more flare-like. Maybe if we add a very subtle vibrato here, this sounds like. Yeah, that's barely. You can barely make that out, but it might make the make it stand out just a bit more. All right, so next up, let's write out a new FDS section. Just gonna copy this for reference. I'm not necessarily gonna use it, but it's nice to know what I used previously in the song, so I can sort of make reoccurring segments and feel it more like a whole. First, take a sip of my beer. Yes. How do you like that? Is that ASMR? What's a good note to put here? Let's see. Oh, right. We need to use the. So there you go, Richard. You can't use every instrument. So if I put in these notes, they'll glow red, meaning, hey, this is a different sound chip. You can't actually use this instrument in this channel. Let's up the octave here. Whoops. Actually, my keyboard breaking might have been a good. Oh, could have used that one. What is what? Oh, what if we up that one octave? We might be onto something there. Let's try it. Whoa, yeah, that we might need to change that first note, but this is pretty good. You know what I love about doing these streams? Like, I remember, I think it was seeing Vert JK, really talented. Probably one of the most talented Famitracker users, and he did a stream, and I remember being so relieved when I saw him struggle with chords, because you only see and hear people's successes in music, you know. They only upload the good stuff. I'm interested in uploading the failures and showing the failures and the painstaking process of, you know, how something comes together. I really like work in progress and seeing work in progress videos and seeing tracks develop over time and stuff. What is that? What is this? What is this section that I wrote? Oh, wait, is it because of this? What is happening there? What? Oh, that must have been... No. What was I trying to do here? Sort of no. See, I don't want this to start on C, because this is already starting on C. And I don't want these to... I want these to cooperate in the same way that they did in the first section of this. So what does this sound like? Yeah, whatever. These notes are not fading out. Okay, I don't like that. I switched the numbers around again. Oh, man. There we go. Fixed. Boom. Oh. That'll work for now. Let's try to keep that momentum going. Okay, so I've been going for, I think, for a full hour now. But I'm still feeling it. You know, I'm still in a flow or whatever. So I think I'll just keep going for another 30 minutes or so. Try and add a little bit to this section over here. Oh, we can maybe have some like very slow. That's way quick. Oh, that's because we use that instrument here. That's way too loud. Which ones was it? Yeah, it was the second number to fade this out. We want to have that be quick though. So maybe something like this. No. No. That was not the one I wanted to get. And longer. I said longer. Why is this being so short? Oh, I needed to lower the number, I think. There we go. Yeah, okay. Have this one here. Copy this. Put it over now. Fade that one out too. Probably approximately the same way. Oh, no. I don't like that. That little bit. That works for now. And then we return to what it was originally. What volume did we have that play at again? C. Okay. Boom. Happy to. Thanks for hanging out pretty much the entire stream, Shakim. I really appreciate it. All right. So. Yeah, we'll have. I'm going to make these a little quieter now, and now I'm going to leave this alone. Promise. And we're going to focus on the first two pulse channels. I've been putting this off for long enough now. But what do we want to do with this exactly? Do we want to keep the arps going? Do we want to create like ultra harmonic, like, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Yeah, that's 4, like 4 chord. 4. Jesus, what am I trying to say? 4 notes chord, I guess. Ugh. Let's see. How is this ending? Have that play on the duty cycle that we finish on. Also, we'll have to fade this in. Whoa. Put this to 0. Are you just... Oh. I keep switching those numbers around. See, this is what I'm telling you with seeing the failures of like getting stuff together. Like, you have to... when I was learning the hotkeys for this, I kept messing up so much, but you have to persist through it, and then eventually you get the hang of it. Whoa. Then this is playing the same. I'm currently thinking that I want it to play a different note, but I have no idea which note to assign to. Or maybe... This note already taken? It is not. Great. Okay. So... Copy... Well... We can just type that in. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We can even... Well, no. Yeah, I'll keep that for now. I also want to make this have a vibrato. We want to make it... We'll change the rate so it's not the same as these two. Never tried this before, actually. I don't know if it's going to make for some interesting like results, but we'll see. Paste that here, kill it here, then repaste it here. Also, no. Okay, yeah, that's fine. This already playing at a certain volume. Okay, this is good. I can work with this, and maybe we can. Go. What if we... No, 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 no. That is very ugly. I'm gonna try out some stuff. It's probably not gonna work, but you know. Oh no. Well, I'll have to just change this note. I can add this, change this number all I want, but if the root note is wrong, then everything is wrong. I didn't do the cycle. Have this also fade in a little slower since it's very, very loud. Maybe even this. Range. Oh, then it's not, then it's just not working at all. Oh, I did it again. I switched around I keep switching around the numbers. God. Don't even think it needs to. Oh, right. And now it's not fading in anymore because I killed it in that section. Yeah, it's not too great. Oh, dude, Faltkid, hello. So nice to see you here. Hope you had a good time at Eindbaas. See here. Now that we've got these sections pretty much figured out, also let me save because this is growing into something that I might want to follow up eventually. Stream track 1, implying that there will be more. Lol, lol, lol. Bear with me, guys. Just want to quickly save this. Grown fond of it. I don't want to see it disappear. I want it to grow. I want to see it grow up. Let's see. Take it from the top, Famitracker. Yeah, so from this part, we haven't written anything yet. Also, for the people that are just tuning in for the stream, I have no idea how many people are watching. I don't have that like on my screen. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I love answering them. I love getting new people into Famitracker, always very exciting. Right, let's see what we want to do with this. Boom, boom. I just love this bass line. That makes me so happy. Even though it's so standard. It's the simple things that are the most, like, I don't know, happy. It's actually really interesting. Like, I don't know where I heard this, but like there was a video on YouTube where someone drew a smiley and it was very minimalistic and it was really cute. And as he like added more detail to it, it turned into something that was a bit more grotesque. Not necessarily grotesque, but it was a bit more freaky or like offsetting. You know, it wasn't as cute as welcoming as it was at the start. Of course, it was amazing. Danced through the whole Kubi and Ringcraft sets and like Steve and Kenabit 2 as well, even though I had to go before Kenabit finished. Ah, you didn't see the ending? Did you see the video that we posted online? That fucking set ended in such a crazy way. It was amazing. I was very happy that he played. Also, I was happy to get Steve on the Steinbus stage. I've been meaning to talk to Franz about that for ages. And thank you also, Richard, for your kind words. Oh, what to do with this segment? Let's see. We'll just set it to F volumes all the way here. Have it fade out in the way at previously as well. Not sure which duty cycle we want to sign this with. I think we start with the 0, so we might want to follow that up with the 1. Whoops. Okay, so what you need to remember is when you activate a vibrato, you need to end it, which we didn't do for this melody, so that's why it sounds like this. Instead of sounding like this, which is the way it's supposed to sound. Okay, so what we'll do, we can just cut off the vibrato here and it's not really audible. So let's make this, we're going to turn this into 2 voices. Okay, so we're going to have that melody play over there, and then we're going to mess around with, let's see, have it 2 or maybe 3 notes higher, up the octave. You don't want to do this the way I'm doing it. I'm only doing this because I don't have F keys. Normally, if you press, I think, Control F1 and F2, you can change that or transpose the individual notes and even the octave. Dear Lord! Oh God, what is that? Oh right, I still had the arpeggiator going on. Oh man, this happens all the time in Famitracker. FaultKit asks, what is the FDS channel on the right for? Is it an expansion? Yes, it is. So if we look at the module properties, it's not showing up on stream. Okay, so basically, in Famitracker, you can add expansion chips, and this is an expansion chip. It's a shame that you can't see the screen. I'm also noticing now that you guys probably didn't see me edit the waveform for this. But what makes FDS so powerful is you can create your own waveforms. So this is actually a waveform that I drew. You know, it's like a sine wave at the start, and then it transitions into sort of a sawtooth wave. So it's really cool. I've actually never given this chip like a try, and I've heard some really good stuff with it. So it's definitely a recommendation. Here. So we killed the... Okay, that is way out of key. Off key. Is it? Yeah, it's off key, right? I don't know what the right phrasing for that is. Perfect. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, I advise everyone to just make noise for once. Like, who was it? I think it was an artist named like Chromatone or something, and he said like everyone who thinks music should be like melodic or like can't be off key, like it's very sad, you know, like creating just complete dysatonic music is so liberating. It's so fun. It really puts the fun back into music. Okay, so one of the problems already is that this is playing at full volume, which it shouldn't be in any case. So that is not good. That does not sound good. I think we're gonna have to scratch this idea and have maybe refer back to the chords that we had here. Yeah, maybe just try and paste those back in. Little bit of variation. I'm currently lost at how to handle this section. This is probably something I'll have to edit sometime later, but you know, we'll deal with it for now. Let's take it from the top one more time. There's something... Oh, right. Yeah, our percussion was lost because we didn't cancel the fade. Also, there is... I don't know which one it is. Is it U? I think it's U. Yeah, that's perfect. This was not like playing correctly. Is it your first time using Famitracker? No. I've written a lot of music using Famitracker. A lot of it is unreleased. I actually recently discovered that I have a complete Famitracker, like, not necessarily album. I would say an EP, like a collection of like 1 minute loops, ready to go. I just have to write some additional sections. But yeah, I've been using Famitracker for a very long time. I would want to make a tutorial section on it, except there's already like a really like expansive tutorial series on it. I don't know who did it. I forget his name. One thing that I might improve on once I finally get around to making that tutorial series is his tutorial series is very... If you're gonna watch the entire tutorial series, it's probably like several hours long, and I feel it should be shorter. So I'm working on an LSDJ tutorial series as well, and I feel that a lot of tutorials suffer because people put them together, not necessarily lazily, but they could make them more compact. You know, if you want to transfer the information of a tracker, or how to use it rather, like to someone else, it's worth knowing what knowledge you want to transfer to them. Ben Burns, that could be him. I'm not quite sure. He's a guy with glasses. He has a face cam, and then he has like the Famitracker-ish font and stuff. Anyway, it's a good series, you know. If you want to get into Famitracker, it's very nice because it's very expansive. I just feel it could be short. I have lost track of what I'm working with. Let's re-listen it one more time. Man, this melody is so incredibly obnoxious. I do wonder what is it gonna sound like if we give it like a very subtle vibrato, barely audible. No, that just gives it a slight variation. We're gonna be very lazy and just duplicate this again and. Whoops. Whoops, I edited this entire section in the wrong part. But that's too big of a problem, I think. Copy this, save this entire thing, and it just probably move this up. Then we should have the original thing back. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Volkit, like learning Famitracker during a game jam, that's the best time, man. It's I feel it's, well, I don't really have a reasoning for it. I would say, yeah, go to game jams, learn Famitracker. It's a lot of fun. If you have any questions, just let me know. Go and copy this note here, create a slight variation. So I think we basically do have a loop now. It's not necessarily looped nicely. I'm gonna listen to it one more time. I think I'll stream for another like 5 minutes. And gonna call it a night. Yeah, Vulcan. It's actually, we went from a sort of like Egyptian or Arabic like inspired thing to like a straight rip off from Lavender Town. Quite like by accident. I might actually just, okay, here's what I'll do. I have an idea for like a bit of a challenge. What I'm going to do is within these 5 minutes, I'm going to try and use a couple of techniques to make this into a loop. And then maybe by the end of the stream, we actually have a decent loop for something. And I might put it out online for free or whatever. Let's, all right, let's get into it. The lower, God, I miss my F keys, function keys. Boom, boom. This section, have this fade out. Oh my God, Theremin Hero checking in. How are you doing, man? Dude, it's been a long time since we saw each other. Hope you're well. See, I just get rid of this FDS track entirely. I want that to be lower. Dum dum. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. Bum bum. Nope, that's off key. I can just type it in and transpose the octave. Why bother? Bum bum. Oh, that's actually it. Hit it first try. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Boom. Boom, bum. There we go. Okay. So, Theremin Hero, I'm sorry to say, you actually tuned in during the last segment of the stream, but it could be exciting. I'm trying to find a method of... Well, I'm not trying to find a method. Basically, I'm wait, what did I do? Oh, there it is. So I thought I lost something. We have a loop, but I'm in the middle of the process of trying to make that... Well, we have a concept for a loop, and I'm trying to make it into an actual loop. Maybe we can also... Whoops. Yeah, this... that's a little too low for my taste. Are you planning on streaming? Are you planning on to stream somewhat regularly? I have no idea, honestly. This is a one-off thing for now. If people tend to like it, I'll stream more often. I've actually been doing a bit more YouTube stuff because the channel has mostly just been sitting there for a method to spread my music, and I want to have a bit more stuff to do there. I really like the video format. I like doing these live streams. This is the first one that I've done proper, I would say. The other ones I would also always just like sort of panic because it's live, and you know, it's a lot harder than people think. I still feel I could do a better job. For one, I need to find a way to get rid of this delay in the chat because it's really bothering me. Let's see. Shorten this. Well, what volume were we playing this at? 0. Okay, that's not helpful. Make it a bit more quiet. Fade it out. Yeah, this doesn't need to be very loud. Boom, boom, boom. This is basically going to serve as the intro. Bum, bum, bum. After that, like melody. A little lower. Might still be too high. Let's transpose this down. Boop. Also shorten these notes. Maybe this. Play them at low volume because this is the intro after all. Also, I copied that A command, and that there's really no need to do that, and it was bothering me, so I had to get rid of it. Oh. We'll have to play this a little louder because you can barely make it out. Themin Hero saying it is hard streaming. Tried it a few times. Creativity doesn't flow the same way, but encouragement and feedback is helpful. Yeah, man. Like everyone that is in this chat, because when you start streaming for the first time, you don't expect anyone to tune in, right? So just seeing the people that showed up already, it's really flattering and it's very, very fun. So if you know, people seem to like it as much as they do now. I might do it more frequently. But as for now, I'm just gonna keep it as something that I want to stay fun for myself. And there's currently no planning on regular streaming, but we'll see. A slight variation going there. I know I've already crossed the 5 minutes probably, but I'm talking to chat, so whatever. I make the rules. There's no need for that bass line to go up. This, copy the first section of this. Halfway, yes it is. Okay, so here's what we're gonna, okay, so this should now, have to turn this, is this a snare? Yes it is. Oh god. Yeah. I missed my panic button. Let's see. So we're gonna fade this out a little slower. We should be like something like this. Or not. We need to set it to the correct instrument. Of course. There it is. Lower it in volume. Something like 8. Darn. I think this is... I don't know if cursing on stream is a good thing, so this is the first time that I genuinely went darn. I don't think I've ever done that before. Oh, man. Okay, so let's now see what this sounds like. Kill this, if it loops. Also, we didn't use the DPCM channel at all. It is a really fun channel to use because it has some surprising bass frequencies, but whatever. Let's see what this sounds like in its completeness. Yep, we already broke it from the start. Okay, so it's doing the fade out here, and it shouldn't. So now it should be fixed. Also, this really short, longer. So maybe have it set to A4 as well. Whoop, forgot to turn the mic on. So, as you can hear, we pretty much have a loop. However, we don't want to loop it back to the very start. That should just be a one-time intro kind of thing. So there should be a command, and I'm actually going to look it up because I forgot what it actually was. There's a command where you can jump back to a specific frame. I think it's the B command. So let's try that. So we want to jump back to 01. If you put the B command, whoa, see what that does. There, we did it. All right, cool. Yeah, so let's play it in its entirety one more time. See if it actually worked. It's not cutting off the last line, is it? No, it's not. Cool. Yeah, gonna play it one more time. Gonna pull up chat. If anyone has some last questions, answer them now. I'll be signing off soon. And yeah. just noticed something. We didn't we didn't end that vibrato at the end. So the entire melody is that's playing in the first section is now also playing. Wait, did I input the? Oh no, wait, just because it. Okay. Also, last thing I want to change. These melodies are insanely obnoxious, so I'm going to make them a little lower in volume, and that'll be the final thing I'm going to edit. Let's see. VaultKit asks, have you thought about attending Chipwrecked? I have. I currently have no plans to, because Eindbaas is just way too busy. It's too expensive, and there's just a couple of reasons. I will attend eventually. Jonas, organizer of BitGrid, I've been talking to him a lot about Chipwrecked and Antler, and a bunch of other people have talked very positively about the event. And it just seems fun from like a social event, you know, like so many cool people in one place. And there was a lot of names that I didn't know about in chiptune as well. So that's very interesting. But as of yet, I have no plans to attend. Thank you for the kind words, Theremin Hero. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I could imagine you playing some theremin over this, like playing the section that's going on in the FDS channel. Like, that seems so suited for it. Like, it should be the Theremin channel, you know? Ugh. All right. Anyway, I think I'm going to sign off, guys. I don't have a thank you screen set up, but you know, I'm gonna do this as a special little thing for the people that stuck with the stream. Like I said, I have a release almost ready to go, and I think it's not out yet. I don't know when it will be out because I don't have a lot of time to work on it. But what I'll do is I'll finish the stream with one of the songs from the album, and we'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll sign off. Thank you all so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed your time here. If you have any questions about Famitracker or whatever, you can send me a message on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever. And hope you have a pleasant evening, morning, night, whatever. Thanks for tuning in.